voice? Okay. So on the last day you told me about the some question from surface chemistry. Now about this, the surface chemistry, the basic idea that you have to know, that is the adsorption and absorption, the distinction between adsorption and absorption. This is not the question. The question will be discussed after that. Just preliminary some idea that what is adsorption, the phenomenon of higher concentration of the molecular species on the surface of the solid than in the bulk. This is called as adsorption. Now what is adsorbate and what is adsorbent? Okay, now where the adsorbate and adsorbent is in relation, this is also having taken action, because for example for gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, carbon monoxide, when they enclosed in a vessel having certain pressure which can be recorded, now place a small amount of powdered charcoal in it and then you can get that which is of reduced pressure. So this is the example that adsorption are going on. Okay, now mechanism of adsorption. Oh yes, now positive and negative adsorption. What is positive adsorption? When the concentration of the adsorbate is more on the surface, this is positive adsorption, and when the opposite, it is the negative adsorption. Now one example, when a concentrated solution of KCl is shaken with bone charcoal, the ions of KCl are adsorbed more on the surface of the charcoal than with the bulk. And the second one, that is negative adsorption, that is the same example, the dilute KCl solution is shaken with bone charcoal, the ions of KCl are adsorbed less the ions of KCl are adsorbed less on the surface of the adsorbent than in the bulk. This is an example of negative adsorption. Okay, now what is desorption? The desorption is the adsorption is of reversible nature. The species which get adsorbed on the surface of the adsorbent have a tendency to come out with the surface. This phenomenon is called as desorption, that is coming out of the adsorbent from the adsorbate. Next one is the absorption, the phenomenon as a result of which molecular species of one substance are accumulated on the surface as well as inside. So the concentration in the bulk and also in the surface will be seen in case of absorption. Okay, now the distinction between absorption and adsorption is very important question. It is the phenomenon in case of absorption where the concentration of the species, that is adsorbent, found in the surface and also in the bulk. But in case of adsorption, it is the higher concentration of adsorbent at the surface. The concentration is the same throughout the material in case of absorption. Just the definition, breaking out the definition. So the absorption is a bulk phenomenon since it occurred throughout the whole material. Absorption proceeds at uniform rate. What is sorption? The phenomenon in which both absorption and adsorption occurs is called as sorption. Okay, now free energy, that is a thermodynamic equation, del Z equal to del H minus T del S. From this, the free energy is always negative in case of adsorption. Okay, next. Okay, now the adsorption isotherm, Friendly's isotherm and Langmuir isotherm, these two isotherms you have to take into consideration, and also what is the case, the special cases, x by m equal to kp to the power n. This is in general state, but the special cases, that is at high pressure, at an intermediate pressure, what happen if the pressure alters, how the curve is look like. Catalysis is deducted from your syllabus enzyme activity also deducted. Now colloid, the colloid part is totally included. Okay, now there are three kinds. Okay, now the very important is that one example it used to come from the types of colloid solution, as there are 8 kinds of colloid. Now you have to know about some preliminary idea, that is the disperse phase and dispersion medium in the different examples. Suppose jelly is given, then it is a kind of colloid, that is gel, where liquid is the disperse phase and solid is the dispersion medium. So liquid dispersed in solid, this is for gel, and the examples are jelly, butter, cheese, boot polish, curd. These are all liquid adsorbed in solid. And opposite to that, that is solid in liquid, that is called salts, that is muddy water, starch dispersed in water, gold, salt, etc. Okay, now the important part here is the preparation of colloidal solution by condensation method and by dispersion method. Okay, now condensation method, to prepare the oxidation method, hydrolysis, double decomposition, and by dispersion method it is the production of by electrical dispersion, that is Bredig arc method. Okay, and also the colloidal mill. Now the important questions, and very important part is the rule, that is Hardy-Schulze rule, and what is protection of colloid, etc. Now why are the this is an NCERT in-text question. Why are substances like platinum and palladium often used for carrying out the electrolysis of aqueous solution? Why are substances like platinum and palladium often used for carrying out the electrolysis of aqueous solution? Why they are used? Because they are inert in nature. This is one question, important question. Now another one, as the process, the Haber process, that is it is deducted from syllabus. Why is ester hydrolysis slow in the beginning and becomes faster after some time? This is one important question, because of as it is catalyzed by acid, so after some time the general reaction is that you want to write the question. Okay, why is ester hydrolysis slow in the beginning and become fast after some time? Next is that why is the finely divided substance more effective as an adsorbent? Why finely divided substance more effective as an adsorbent? Why finely divided substance more effective? Yes, more surface area. Okay, next one. What is adsorption isotherm? Adsorption isotherm represents the variation of amount of gas adsorbed versus its respective pressure at a certain temperature. What is the mathematical expression? So question is, what is adsorption isotherm? Distinguish between Freundly's isotherm and Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Okay, and what are the main point of distinction in between these? So Freundly's adsorption isotherm is equal to x by m equal to kp to the power 1 by n, whereas Langmuir adsorption isotherm equal to x by n equal to ap plus 1 by bp, ap divided by 1 plus bp. The main point is that the Freundly's isotherm is applicable to all kinds of adsorption, whereas Langmuir isotherm is applicable mainly to chemical adsorption or chemisorption. So Langmuir isotherm is limited. Again, another one distinction is that Freundly's isotherm fails at high pressure, whereas Langmuir isotherm can be applied under all pressure. So one is the applicability with respect to pressure and also applicability with respect to different reactions. This is one question. Give two chemical methods for preparation of colloids. Give two chemical methods for the preparation of colloids. কতক্ষণ আগে দেখুন তো, না না খুলবে না, কলেজ খুলছে না, স্কুল খোলে 5 মানে আজকেরই খবর। ওগুলো একটা করে চমক। So what are the two methods? One is by condensation method and by dispersion method. Out of condensation method, that is oxidation. Suppose you want to prepare a sol of sulfur, then in H2S, the bromine solution, it produce the HBr plus colloidal sulfur. Okay, and another one, that is double decomposition. Suppose arsenic oxide plus hydrogen sulfide, it will produce As2S3, that is arsenium sulfide sol, by this method. Yes, these reactions are important. Basically those are given in your NCERT book. These are important, that how sulfur salt is produced or how the arsenic sulfide salt is produced. Okay, which is very simple, because no more reactants are there, H2S plus Br2, HBr plus S, but you have to know that the sulfur will produce in colloidal sulfur. The ferric hydroxide salt, how it will produce? The ferric chloride, when dissolved in water, it will produce ferric hydroxide salt. This is by hydrolysis. By double decomposition also, that is arsenic oxide plus H2S. If you want to produce silver chloride salt, then it is in the solution of silver nitrate, you will add sodium chloride, very little amount, it will produce AgCl. So these are the preparation of salt, that colloidal solution. Okay. And another one is that very important question, what are the difference between multimolecular and macromolecular colloid? So multimolecular, here particle size is less than the colloidal range, but particle size falls in the colloidal range, it is macromolecular. Multimolecular colloid, they exist as aggregate of smaller particles. Macromolecular, they are already macromolecular in nature. Multimolecular, these are mostly lyophobic colloid, multimolecular, and this is lyophilic. So very important question, it had came on the CBSE exam 4 times. Difference between multimolecular and macromolecular colloids. Okay. Now you can see some explains that a beam of light is passed through colloidal solution. This is simple. An electrolyte NaCl is added to ferric hydroxide salt. Okay. And another one, the electric current is passed through a colloidal salt. This the explanation. This is also a very important question, when electric current is passed through a colloidal salt. Now the colloidal particle moves towards the oppositely charged electrode. This is the answer. What are emulsions? And what are their types? Give example of each type. Okay, emulsions is deducted. Okay. Emulsion is deducted, yes, it is liquid in liquid. Next one, water shape selective catalyst, but it is not here. Now explain the following terms. The meaning of the term, that is, what is peptidation, electrophoresis, coagulation, dialysis, Tyndall effect, and also electrodialysis also. So peptidation, electrophoresis, coagulation, and Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect, you know it from the lower classes. Now peptidation, electrophoresis, and coagulation. Coagulation is the phenomenon of precipitation of a colloidal solution by addition of excess of an electrolyte. This is coagulation. Okay. Now Tyndall effect is the Tyndall cone or etc., that is the seeing of particles. The process of converting a freshly prepared precipitate into colloidal form by the addition of suitable electrolyte in small amount is called as peptidation. Next is that explain the following terms with suitable example, that is gel, aerosol, hydrosol. Gel, aerosol, hydrosol. Just I discussed about gel. It is liquid in gas. Aerosol. Okay. These are the theoretical type questions from that, and it will having 7 or 8 marks. Okay, 3 marks. Just wait. According to the latest pattern, it's having surface chemistry 1 marks question 1, that is question number 11, and 3 marks question that is question number 29, that is total marks for the surface chemistry given here for 4 marks. So 3 marks 1 and 1 marks 1, that is question number 11 and question number 29 in section C. Okay. So 4 marks from that surface chemistry. So these idea, that is these questions you study well, the theory, and also If you study it well, then you can also do the multiple choice question or the very short answer type question or the assertion reasons also. Okay, have you got any idea about the chapter, the questions you have to study?